Целовались в небесах, в таинственных лесах. 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 Целовались в небесах. Целовались в небесах, в таинственных лесах. Целовались в небесах, в таинственных лесах. Целовались в небесах, в таинственных лесах. Целовались в небесах.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Emily Dew. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I run store 355 in Oak Park Mall.
And I'm Key. I work at Zoomies Mall of Georgia. And guess who we are here with today, y'all? Samii Ryan.
Woo!
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm Samii Ryan. I'm the founder of By Samii Ryan. And we are a Los Angeles-based apparel company. So I'm sure you guys have seen our stuff in the Zoomies, hopefully. So yeah.
All right. Before we get into the tie-dye, why don't you tell us a little bit about BSR?
Sure. So I started the brand around 2010 and the apparel side of the company in 2017. And we originally launched in Zoomies around the winter of 2017. And we started out with a couple graphic tees, and it was pretty crazy that like how fast the brand took off. We were in 65 stores, and then 6 months later we were in 650 stores. So it's been quite the journey, and it's been so exciting to like be a part of the Zoomies family and go to 100K every year and Rocktember. So it's been super cool and exciting, and I'm always happy and grateful to be able to connect with the customers and the store managers and everyone who works at Zoomies to kind of like tell the story of the brand a little better.
All right. Love it.
So,
All right.
oh yeah, go for it. Okay, I have a question for you, Sammy. So I saw on Instagram you are doing some, I think, gratitude journals. What does your self-care look like? What are some routines that you have?
Yes. So gratitude journals have been something that I've been doing for the past like 6 years of my life. Like every night I make sure I write in a journal. It's like pretty therapeutic for me. I feel like I like journaled my way through high school, through my teenage years, and up to where I am now, just kind of like manifesting my dreams and kind of reflecting on the positive things that happened during the day so I can feel grateful for what happened, during the day. Even if I had a bad day, I just look at the positive side. So that has helped me so much with self-care, just journaling and writing stuff down. Another thing I love to do is I like to get like massages. So that's definitely a self-care routine that's been incorporated recently. And I love to take care of like my skin. So like, I feel like those three things are definitely stuff that I like to do for myself and just kind of keep my mental health good and just like have a positive awareness and like attitude usually always.
Self-care is the best care.
Definitely.
So I heard little birdie told me that you were on Forbes 30 under 30. How you feeling about that?
Yes, that was crazy. That was just like a crazy moment in my career as a female entrepreneur in general. I've always wanted to be on the Forbes 30 under 30 list. And last year was my last year to get on it. And I've been, I applied like every year and never got it. So when I actually got on the list, I found out the day when they announced it, which was crazy. I had no idea. So it was just a whirlwind, and it was like, I honestly still can't believe it. So it's just crazy. And I just feel so like grateful and honored to be on that like legendary list. So it was like a really cool accomplishment that I feel like I like totally manifested into reality.
Happy belated birthday. Make sure you guys tell
Thank
Sammy
you.
happy belated birthday.
Yes. Key, did you have any other questions?
Sammy, can you tell us a little bit about what we're gonna be doing today?
Yeah, of course. Today we're going to be doing a tie-dye tutorial. By Samii Ryan has so many cool tie-dye pieces. So we figured what better way to incorporate BSR with this event than to tie-dye something and show you guys some like tips and tricks on how to do some cool tie-dye patterns and stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'm really excited to get in on it. So yeah, I hope you guys are too.
What color you got?
I got blue.
Yeah, I got blue too.
Tie-dye blue today.
Love it.
Yes, that's exciting. All right. I think we're going to take a quick short break, and then we're going to hop on with some of our lucky winners who are going to be tie-dyeing with us today.
Целовались в небесах, в таинственных лесах. 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 Целовались в небесах, в таинственных лесах.
Hey guys, we're back. I'm sure you can tell, but we added a few more people. we got some awesome winners who got to be a part of this tie-dye extravaganza with Samii Ryan. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Tell the people what you're about, who you are.
All right, well, I've been on other Zoomies streams. I'm a Night Dye Killer. You might know me from the Discord. That's about it. Oh, and this is my sister.
Hi.
Anyone else out there want to tell people who you are, where you're at, what you're doing? No? Well, Jordan, what's up?
I'm Jordan. I'm from Dallas, Texas. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nice to meet you. Glad you made it onto the call.
What's up, Jordan?
Hell yeah. All right. Well, I'm sure there's some awesome people on here who we can't see, but just know that they're here and we're making things happen. Samii, you want to get into it? Want to make some messes?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
So first things first, I'm sure if you guys have gotten your tie-dye kit, I'll show you guys kind of what's inside and then we'll get started with the tie-dye tutorial. So first things first, you should have received a box of dye, which is from RIT, a squeezy bottle, and a packet of rubber bands, some gloves, a t-shirt, obviously, and then a By Samii Ryan little iron-on, which is super cute, and a BSR lanyard, which we love. And I think that was everything that came in the kit, but I'll show you guys like a little tip. If you have saran wrap, grab that because I'll pop that in here. So basically what we're gonna do today is tie-dye a t-shirt, a plain white t-shirt, and make a spiral tie-dye. So I love spiral tie-dyes because they're like, I feel like the traditional tie-dye, I guess. So you're gonna wanna start with your t-shirt being kind of damp. And I am going to tilt my camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing so we can make like the spiral design. So here we go. So you have your t-shirt laid out flat. I'm doing mine over my sink for cautionary reasons. So you're gonna wanna find the center of the t-shirt and you're gonna take your fingers and kind of just like twist. So you're gonna make this twisting spiral and pretty much just twist the entire t-shirt up pretty tight into a ball. And any corners that don't get tight, you can just kind of scrunch together. So it's gonna look like this when you're done. Okay, cool. So once you guys are done making your little spiral, you're gonna take the bag of rubber bands and we're gonna place a couple of these on the t-shirt. So it's easiest if you just take the rubber band and kind of just like put it underneath. So we're gonna do one right in the middle. Make sure that's good on the back. And then take another rubber band, do it like so. So you're gonna have 2 rubber bands so far. And then I'm gonna grab a couple more and do some diagonal ones. So this is like in there pretty tight. And I'm gonna do one more. So I have the whole t-shirt secured like a little pizza. So this is what your t-shirt should look like once you're done doing the spiral with your hands and doing the rubber band enclosure. So a little tip for tie dyeing with the RIT dye, you don't need a lot of dye, right? So you can use as much as you want, but I pretty much did 2 tablespoons of dye with 2 cups of hot water. So the warm water is really gonna activate the dye. And we are just gonna start tie dyeing this over the sink or wherever you guys are tie dyeing. Make sure you have something laid out so you don't get everywhere around you dyed blue. So in order to make the spiral design, basically what we're gonna do is do every other blue. So it's gonna go blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white. So let's start. Actually, I'm going to put on these gloves first. Safety first. The sound, I'm so sorry. So once you have the gloves on, I'm going to start tie-dyeing. So I'm just going to go in and do one little pizza slice, and you could definitely saturate the whole thing. Don't be afraid to go in the middle. So I did one blue, skip this part, and I'm going to do this one blue. Just get it nice and saturated and filled with dye. Skip this one. I'm going to do this one blue. And this is going to come out so cool, you guys. I already did one today, so I'll show you what it's going to look like. So skip this one again, and then your last blue, if you did the same amount of rubber bands as me, kind of broke it down pretty easy. So far, mine looks like this. So you have a little spiral design. And then what you're gonna do is flip it over and do the same. You're gonna try to like do the same blues on the blue sides that you did previously, right? So I can tell that this one's blue. So I'm gonna do that little pizza shape again and just like really saturate this corner. Skip that one, do this blue. So like tie dyeing is a pretty long process, and you're definitely not going to be able to get this result in 15 minutes. So once we finish tie dyeing this, you're actually going to want to let it sit for a half an hour to let the dye kind of like really sink into the garment. And RIT dye works best on kind of 100% cotton products. So we'll let this like really sink in. And let me do my last little pizza pie. Make sure you get like the edges. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So this is what mine looks like. The final little spiral design here. So front and back, it's completely saturated with the dye. So what you're gonna do is kind of like let this sit for, I'm gonna say half an hour. And then once, here's like another little trick I'll show you. So once you're done letting it sit for a half an hour, if you do have a microwave, what you can do is say a half an hour's over, it like buzzes, you're like, okay, time to get started. So you're gonna take some cling wrap and wrap up your t-shirt. So you guys won't be doing this right now, but in a half an hour, this is what you guys are gonna be doing. So you're gonna wrap up the t-shirt in the cling wrap, and then you're gonna pop it in the microwave actually for 2 minutes. So this is what is really gonna like set the dye in the t-shirt. So you're gonna take a paper towel, your t-shirt, pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes, okay? Once you do that, you're gonna open the wrap and kind of let it cool down because it's gonna be really hot once you get it out of the microwave. So you're gonna let it cool down, and after that, you are going to rinse it with cold water. And you're gonna be rinsing it with cold water until there's no more excess dye coming out of the garment, right? So you're gonna rinse it all the way out, and then you can dry it. So I'll show you guys what mine looked like after this whole process of like the half an hour in the microwave and blah, blah. So I finished my first t-shirt. It looks like this. It came out super good. The spiral is like so prominent. Like I love it. It looks amazing. So if you guys follow these like little tips and instructions that I went over with you guys, your t-shirts are gonna come out looking so good and so professional. Like we love to see it. And then you can add the BSR iron-on. And usually we like to add stuff to like the left chest. You can add it wherever you want, in the center, the bottom, the back, wherever. So you're gonna iron this on, and then, oh, excuse me, you will have your own By Samii Ryan customized tie-dye t-shirt. And the great part about this tie-dye kit is that you can save this dye and use it for other garments. So you can do other tie-dye patterns like dip dye, you can scrunch it, you can like roll it, you can do so many things with tie-dye. So I hope you guys have some fun with this. And I think I wanted to mention that we are going to be giving away one of the tie-dye kits in here. So keep an eye out for that. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know.
Yes,
I
Sammy.
think we got a
Oh, yes, the t-shirt's looking great. We have a question from our viewers. Sammy, how hard was it to start your own business? What's the story behind the brand name Samii Ryan? And who is your biggest inspiration?
Okay, so was it hard to start my business? I started By Samii Ryan, my company, in 2009. I was doing accessories. So I was traveling to music festivals like Warped Tour, Bamboozle, and Bonnaroo, and like vending my products. So that was really fun because I was able to meet my customers in person, kind of like show people who didn't know who I was or the brand was, and kind of like sell the brand. So that was really exciting. And then when I started the apparel side of the brand in 2017, that was like way different than accessories, but I kind of had the same approach. So once we got into Zoomies, we were able to, meet the store managers at Rocktember, go to 100K. And usually whenever I traveled, I liked to stop into any local Zoomies and say hi and just introduce myself, even if they didn't know who the brand was or who I was at the time. So I feel like just being really personal with the brand and like having a face behind it was kind of what led us to have a lot of success. And let me think here. Sorry, what was the rest of the
You're good.
questions?
What was the story behind the brand By Samii Ryan?
Got it. So the name, funny enough, my mom used to have a brand with Avon, which y'all probably don't remember. Maybe your moms do. And she used to have a t-shirt brand with them called By Cheryl Ryan. So I kind of just ripped her name and I made it By Samii Ryan. So that's kind of how I came up with the name. Inspirations, I'm definitely into 90s, 2000s nostalgia. We just did a collaboration with Care Bears, which was really cool. We have some other cool collaborations coming out soon. And we did a collaboration with Smiley Originals, and they actually created the smiley face in 1972, which is like super cool. So just like trying to incorporate things that are inspirational to me, such as like positive messaging, like Smiley, or nostalgic characters such as Care Bears, is definitely kind of the inspiration behind the brand. So yeah, I hope that answered all the questions.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Okay, so I saw an interesting question. It was, do you play any instruments?
No.
Have you
I'm not
tried?
even gonna like try to be like, yeah, no, I definitely do not play any instruments. When I was in like 5th grade, I was probably like forced to be in band. And during that time, I think I played the saxophone, but don't get it twisted. I did not even play at the rehearsals or like the recitals. I like sat in the front and just air played it. Like I didn't even blow into the instrument. I was a fraud.
Just blend in with everybody else.
Yeah.
I feel it. All right, I saw another question. It was, what is your favorite tie-dye style or design? Is it the one that we just made?
I really do love the traditional spiral tie-dye, the one that we just made, because I think it comes out so cool, whether it's on a t-shirt or sweatpants. And I do love this cloud tie-dye. So I think that's what I'm wearing. That's what it's called. It's like a scrunchy tie-dye. I like this one too, just because it's a little bit more unique and sporadic. And what I do love about tie-dye is that every dye is unique in its own. Like nothing's going to look exactly the same twice. So I think that's really cool and interesting about tie-dye, because, everyone's specifically made and you get kind of a one-of-a-kind piece all the time. So, yeah.
All right, I got a question from West Coast, Best Coast. They want to know, what is the weirdest thing you've ever tie-dyed? They have to know.
The weirdest thing I've ever tie-dyed. I don't know if I've ever tie-dyed something weird. Like, I've always been tie-dyeing clothes, like t-shirts, jean shorts, jean jackets. We tried to tie-dye a mesh bodysuit for summertime, and it shrunk the fabric like so much. So and maybe that was like the weirdest thing, or just like the most different garment. But you can pretty much tie-dye anything as long as the dye kind of like works with the fabric content. So usually like this fabric will, or the RIT dye works with like cotton and linen and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my answer.
What are your future goals with BSR? What we got? What you thinking about?
We have so much stuff coming out. Like, I can't wait to show you guys like the collaborations that we're working on with some really amazing nostalgic brands, some characters that we're working on collaborating with, introducing new SKUs like bubble jackets, and some really fun all over prints for holiday. Just kind of like working on expanding the brand every day and incorporating our messaging of like having a positive attitude, and just keeping it fun and light with our colorways. And we're actually rebuilding our website, so that's going to be up next week, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, we're just like kind of grinding and building every day and just growing a lot. So I think that's like an overall theme of BSR, is just like growth and continuing to grow throughout time and progress and stuff like that. So just a lot of growth that's going on over here.
Hell yeah.
All right, how the customers feeling out there? How you guys feeling in the chat? You guys getting the tie-dye? I think I did a little something over here. What you got? What y'all got over there?
I got a question.
I mean, I'm kind of embarrassed.
What's up?
I researched you, and it said you're from Pennsylvania.
I am.
What part of Pennsylvania are you from? Because I'm also from Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice. I'm from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
We're like out towards Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice. I actually have a lot of family in Pittsburgh, so I'm pretty familiar with that area. That's awesome.
Yeah, like Washington County.
Cool. Is it like super cold out there? Or like, how's the weather looking on the East Coast nowadays? It's cold?
Yeah, a little bit. No. It's cold out. That's not cold. Oh.
That's why you guys need like cozy sweatsuits all the time to keep warm. You know what I mean? Little shameless promotion.
Sammy,
Jordan, you got me?
What's up?
Go ahead. I was saying if Jordan had a question.
Yes, Sammy, what is it like to work with Zoomies?
I love working with Zoomies. Like, I've been working with Zoomies for around 3 years now. Wait, 17, 3 years? I don't know. I'm like so bad at math. But love the Zoomies team. I feel like I'm such a part of like the Zoomies family, especially with all the events and stuff that I've been able to attend, and just like meet so many people. Everyone's like super open, creative, really nice. And it's just been an awesome experience to work with people who are just like so excited about finding new brands and telling people's stories. And I just think it's really cool that there's such a cool community with Zoomies. So I think that's like one of my favorite parts about working with Zoomies, is like the community aspect of it. I feel like there's no other retail store or like company that does that. So I feel like pretty privileged to be included in the fam.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
Do you have any advice on someone starting their own clothing line?
Of course. First things first, I would say is it's really important to, I know this is like such a boring part of starting a brand, it's just pretty important, is to kind of like trademark your LLC, your name, the brand name, or your logo or whatever. So you can establish something right then and there, and then build out your brand from there. So whether it's graphics or different colors that you want to include, you can create once you like kind of have that like trademark solidified. So like with By Samii Ryan, I trademarked that in 2011, my brand name. And then from there, I was able to like freely create without like thinking that anyone was going to just like take something from you that you've been working on for so long and so hard. So that's my first piece of advice. My next piece of advice would be to stay true to yourself, who you are. A lot of people are going to tell you what they think you should be doing, but in the end, you're going to know what you should do for yourself and what is unique and organic to your brand. So I feel like just like staying true to yourself is really important, because it's going to be seen in, you know, your apparel or brand. So people are going to know whether it's like authentic or not. So I would say that that's like a pretty important part as well.
Love it. Love it. I hope y'all taking notes. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
That tie-dye looks so good.
Ooh, I think we have a winner for some kits. So
Ooh.
for all of you guys tuning in, we got a couple people, so let's make some announcements. Sammy J11, you have won a kit to make some tie-dye. And
Ooh.
Des Roberts 03, you got a package coming your way too. And then Aaron Shix SHX, you've won a package too.
All
You guys
right.
are winners. Let's go.
We love to tie-dye.
Congratulations.
I can't wait to see what everyone's tie-dye comes out looking like. I know it's like a process, but like maybe once your tie-dye is done, you guys can tag Zoomies, tag BSR, so we can see them and like repost them, because I think that'd be really cool.
Yes. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up. Is there any final questions before we head off with Sammy today?
No, I'm good.
Jordan, what's up?
So I sort of messed mine up, but I kind of just embraced it. Do you think it will turn out all right? I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Really
Make sure you guys
said-
drop your pics in the Discord. Mine isn't, you know, but I'm gonna let y'all know how this goes.
Well, and like Sammy said, it's organic and natural in the way that you're.
Yeah, every tie-dye is unique.
Yeah, very.
So,
I
All
love
right,
it.
Sammy, do you have any closing words for the audience?
Thanks so much for joining us on this tie-dye event. It was really exciting to be able to tie-dye with you guys, because I love tie-dyeing clearly. And it's cool to kind of like show you guys like these simple techniques of tie-dyeing, because you can really make so much cool stuff just like by adding dye to your garments. So like you can take this box that you won, or if you have Rit dye, you can just like create some really cool unique pieces and create like your own wardrobe out of it. So I think that's really cool. And yeah, you guys can find By Samii Ryan online Zoomies and in store. You can follow us on Instagram, By Samii Ryan. And I think that's pretty much it.
This
I got
was
one
a
more
lot of
question.
fun, y'all.
Oh yeah, what's your question?
Can you buy these stickers or iron-ons?
No, those iron-ons are a special iron-on specifically for the Zoomies kit, but I did them specifically for the Zoomies kit, but we have that design actually online in Zoomies right now. So we have a purple tie-dye hoodie and sweatpants that have butterflies all over them that match that design. So you can get them in stores as well, just not that specific iron-on sticker that's like specific to the kit. So it's a special one.
exclusives.
Special.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you, Sammy, for joining us. I know we all had a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what this t-shirt's going to look like.
Me too.
Thank you so much for joining us, Sammy. We're gonna see how these turn. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be amazing.
I can't wait to see it.
And thank you guys for watching. And you can find BSR By Samii Ryan in any Zoomies near you. So make sure you go cop some.
Woo.
Yes, sir.
целовались в небесах, в таинственных лесах, 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 целовались в небесах. Обгоревших на танцполе, в этих ласковых оков, обгоревших